Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are about to lift the pick from Galliot Cay and head north.
Okay. All right, let's turn the wheel slightly starboard. Okay, I'm going to start lifting. Slightly forward. Slightly starboard. Stay neutral. Midship. Yeah, anchor in sight. She's still dug in. It's coming up. It's a pile of sand. We've been here for a while. Oh my. Up, anchor up. Along with some of the bottom. A little bit of grass. You wanted to grow a plant, right? Here's your chance. Okay, bridle in, closing the anchor locker. And I'm going to close the gate.
What? Oh.
How did you get up? That little hole? You're very acrobatic.
Real good. Yes. All right.
Is the boom bank loose enough?
Yep.
Let me get the line here. Right. There we go.
Ready to go?
Yep, go.
Going up. Let go of the second reef. Okay, tighten up the first reef. Go. Put it on the winch. Here. You're good. Thank you. That's it.
Can I close the doors?
Yeah. We're good. Nicely done.
So Walter has had Rimadyl because he strained his leg. So he has a better medical kit thanks to his vet from Calgary or Canmore, Alberta, than we have. So we gave him a Rimadyl, and for those who don't know, it's like an Advil, but you don't want to do it for too long. And usually he gets really worried with the sound of the winches.
He's starting to be good.
Yeah, he's trying to get more used to stuff, but that's the comments I've seen you, Wally. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm doing it before I So we're still getting our rhythm happening because we motor sailed most of the coast down. Hopefully we'll get to sail more going up wherever it is we go up to, but it's getting our rhythm down. I think the rhythm was pretty well down today.
I think so too.
Yeah. Put her there, honey.
We're sailing, sort of.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what we got. We've got that first little itty bitty reef in and a full jib. 9.5 feet of depth. That's why I don't like to go fast here. The wind coming from the northeast, and we are going a whopping 3.2 to 3.3 knots, dropping to 3.1. Looks like that first reef does something, either that or we really don't have any wind. You guys tell us
going with it right now.
what you think.
Right behind us.
Yeah, true enough. It's very calm when you go with it. So let's go see what this looks like. Takes a little bit of sail out. It would slow your speed down if you had more wind. Actually, it slows your speed down if you have less wind too, I guess. So I think that first reef, I'll have to tell when we're in the cockpit. And it's actually really a quite calm, beautiful, sunny day. On our way, oh, that rhymes. Nice, calm, beautiful, sunny day. On our way to Staniel Cay. Oh, I said it wrong. Ah! So it doesn't rhyme anymore. Nice, calm, beautiful day out at sea on our way to Staniel Cay. I still made it rhyme. I should put my hat on. Oh, do you see that bird? That's what they call a longtail. And those beautiful white wings, they reflect the aquamarine blue of the bank. I don't know if you could see that, but the underside of her belly and wings are blue, like the water. Aren't you beautiful? Thank you. Four knots, Dennis said. Not bad, because I don't think there's more than 10 knots of wind out here. You probably don't need that first reef. It obviously does something, which is good to know, because we always had deeper reefs. And we're going to get a third reef cut, because when we do an Atlantic crossing, we want to be able, we don't have a storm sail. And we had one last time, we never pulled it out. But we did at night, sometimes when the wind got strong, drop down to a pretty deep reef. So we want a deeper reef cut. And I think I've mentioned that's one of the things we're going to do wherever we park it for the summer. So let me tell you about that. We had decided Chesapeake Bay, and then we heard Deltaville was a great place for both hauling out and doing sails. And so I've been checking into places there. And there do sound to be some good places, some of which let you paint the boat yourself, one of which does not. We're waiting for a quote to see how much it would cost to determine after the cost of paint. And this place has a great reputation, the one that they won't let you paint by yourself. But we talked to the guy yesterday, and even with all their 5-star reviews, we didn't feel all warm and fuzzy. It was very elusive and vague as to what the costs will be for a second coat and blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. But the bigger piece of this is that I started researching more. And I grew up in New York City, so you think I would have known. I did kind of know. But even with what I knew, I think things are just getting warmer and hotter everywhere, every summer. And I'm guessing this summer back east is going to be another hot one. So the gentleman who was nice from this haul out yard told me, you know, just so you know, you're probably going to be pretty darn uncomfortable because we have temperatures between 90 and 100, and then you're looking at 90+% humidity. And I know that that means like a super high heat index. And then the guy said, why don't you get yourselves a room air conditioner in the companionway for when you're on the hard. And we've talked about maybe being in a marina. I checked into a marina in that area for a month, which would allow us to do some other projects more easily. And it would also allow us AC being plugged in alongside, because we do have an air conditioner on board, but the boat has to be in the water. So, you know, there's definitely ways to work with it. But the more I think about it, I have a really hard time in mega heat. And that's even hotter than when we were down in Panama, the islands of Panama, over rainy season. So there it was like high 80s, 90% humidity, and that was pretty miserable enough. But you could get off the boat and just jump in the ocean. And while I think there are some swimming spots in the rivers and channels of the Chesapeake, I don't think it's like jumping off the ocean. And I also don't think you get much of a breeze because you're kind of sucked inland. So now the debate is, and our rationale for going into the Chesapeake was that we're really not going to be up there that long because we have to juggle Dennis's 6 months in the States, and we don't want to push that time frame. And you know, we have the work to do that we're talking about. There's a list of things that we need to get done this summer as we prepare for our plans for a transatlantic crossing next May to June. So we thought the Chesapeake Bay, it's supposed to be lovely along the waterway. I was familiar with it from land, but I've never spent much time on the water there. So it sounds lovely, but it also sounds miserably, sweltering, stifling, stinking, hot and humid. And so I really don't like heat, and I have a hard time with it. Dennis puts up with it a lot better. I'm also concerned for the animals. So if we're in a marina with AC, but then maybe we'd be looking at 2 months in a marina with AC. So that really starts to add up. So I started talking to Dennis about maybe we do go back up north. Maybe we do go back up to Rhode Island and Massachusetts where, you know, you have your warm days, but it's a lot nicer of a summer experience. So that's, you know, last year we thought it was quite the ways to go with a lot of motor sailing. So we kind of like the idea of cutting the trip in almost half. So there's a bit of a vacillation, unsurety. Got to do some more research, see what the options are up north, and then sit down and talk together and make a good decision as we near May and June. So that's the current debate. But here we are on the Grand Bahama Bank. Let's take it in where we are here in the moment. Just beautiful.
More than enough to let the light in. The way you're making me feel, it's divine. It's enough to let it flow, let it be. 'Cause you're everything that I crave in this life. 'Cause we're everything we can find in another life. Take my hand and my promises, they're yours to be held, and I want you. I only want you. Keep my heart and my honor is yours to be held, and I want you. I only want you for the rest of my life. My life. For the rest of my life. You're in my sight and my mind, in the quiet and the upfront out loud, in the calm, in the spirit and the storm. 'Cause you're everything that I crave in this life. 'Cause we're everything we can't find in another life. Take my hand and my promises, they're yours to be held, and I want you. I only want you. Keep my heart and my honor is yours to be held, and I want you. I only want you. For the
So what do you think? Does this make the broken toilet feel worthwhile?
Well, I don't know. I guess so.
For the rest of my life, for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life.
All right, folks. So welcome to Staniel Cay. Well, actually, I keep saying it's Staniel Cay, but it's not. It's the Big Majors Anchorage, just outside of Staniel Cay. Staniel Cay's over that way, a couple of miles. And this lovely older, well, it's not older, it's more vintage-looking power boat, is the boat that we saw in Pipe Cay. For those of you who have seen, and if you haven't, we'll post the video for you, where they tried to board our boat as pirates. It's a pretty spot, actually. This anchorage gets really, really, really busy. It's quite big, and it gets quite full throughout the high season. Good morning. Beautiful morning, calm. Going to be a warm day. Here we are at Big Majors Anchorage, just north of Staniel Cay. And this is the little, what they call cruisers beach. So there's chairs and a sun umbrella, and it looks like a rope for some exercising. And so there's different spots around that people tend to do all this cruiser paraphernalia and come hang out. Let's go take a look. It's a pretty spot. There's lots of very pretty vegetation. There's a lot of birds on this island, which is nice. And so a lot of people have left paraphernalia with their boat name and painting their emblems. And we guess we maybe should add to that, huh? And this is from my dear friend in Tucson. There's Snoopy riding a wave, painted in that chair. So here we are for our latest cold season, or latest late season cold front. It is, I don't know, April 21st. It's blowing quite well from the northeast. Good protection here at the Majors Anchorage. Let me take you forward. Walter's very disappointed because we're not making it to shore so far today, and I'm not sure that we will make it to shore today. It's a bit of a chop here in the anchorage. Let's see. I like when no one is in front of us, because then if someone drags, they don't drag onto us. But people are holding pretty well. There's really good holding in this bay, which is one of the reasons why it is a popular spot for a front coming through. And quite a few boats here today take advantage of the good holding and the protection. So we've got in the anchorage, consistent 20 to 25 with some higher gusts. So it's not too bad at all, but it's definitely a good blow. I'm sure it's more out there. Whoa, don't go overboard. It stays pretty calm in the Bahama Bank, but I still think it'll be pretty unpleasant being out there with the strength of the wind and the gusts more so. And the Exuma Sound on the other side of the land here, I'm sure is not pretty. But this is going to blow through pretty quickly, so I guess the advantage of it being an April late season cold front is it's going to last about 24, 36 hours, and then we can go on to some other things. But what is nice is it had been pretty hot the last couple of days, getting pretty hot on board, and so it's kind of a nice cool down with the wind. I gotta say, when it gets hot here in the Bahamas, it doesn't last for long. It's such a lovely climate, except of course for the late season cold fronts blowing through. But it does offer us some cool weather.
All right, so this is an apple cinnamon bread loaf that looks and feels more like an apple cinnamon big fat loaf cookie dough to me. No wonder why they tell you to put parchment paper in the pan. Never tried this recipe before, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so there's the finished product. Got a little hole poked in that one because I put a fork in it to test it. And we'll have to let you know how it tastes.
All right, so Michelle is sick, and she produces the most when she's sick. There's some apple bread with nuts in it. The containers are cat food that she produced again. And then there's dinner cooking away. And this is like yum. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, the weirdest thing, when we used to watch videos of people eating, we used to say, no, let's never do that. And here we are, chowing in your ears, because this is too
so
good to pass. Can you smell the dinner? Scratch and sniff. Ah, cooking, cooking, cooking. And what am I doing? Doing videos. And look at the cats. What do you think is happening here?
They're waiting for
It's
their dinner.
5:15, I think. I swear to God they have a watch on, because they can tell. It's like 5 o'clock comes around, they start harassing you. 5:15, they start being really annoying. And at 5:30, you're done for. Alright, so we're going to go and finish our apple bread.
Apple cinnamon.
It's apple cinnamon bread.
Cinnamon walnut.
Oh, apple cinnamon walnut. Catch that one. Alright, we'll talk later. Good morning, you beautiful people. Okay, so this morning we have decided, well, not this morning, but yesterday, we decided it's time to go. We're going to Pipe Cay if there's enough room. Alright, so yeah, there's not a whole lot of people left this morning. Everybody's racing out of here. Hopefully not to go to Pipe Cay, because that's where we're going. Don't tell anybody. That's where we're going. Alright. And I gotta say, this is a nice place. We like the beach. We like everything else. The thing that we didn't like is that resort with that generator going 24/7. It's like, do you really need that much power? I don't know. Maybe you do. Use some candles. I don't know. Anyway, time to go. We got the dinghy ready. The dog's ready. The lines are ready. The main is ready. Talk to you later.
All right, folks, so we have left Big Majors Anchorage, skirted around those two big mega yachts, and got a good breeze out here, a bit more than we thought there'd be, so we're getting quite a lovely sail. It is
7.5 knots?
we've been going between 7 and 8, a little more than 8 knots. And we've got, I'm just looking at the wind here, got about 15 knots of wind, sometimes gusting up near 20. We're under full sail. And the clouds have come in a bit, but it's been mostly sunny. And it's just a lovely sail.
Champagne sail.
Let's take a look. This boat knows how to sail, that's for sure.
He's no slouch.
Beautiful sail. And the wind is steadying up a bit as we get away from the keys. I'm getting it down. I'm getting keys. I'm getting keys. There's quite a few boats out today. That last cold front, and hopefully the last cold front for the season, given it's now April 23rd, is past. We're supposed to get a little bit of moisture up from the Caribbean this weekend with some squalls, so today is really a lovely day to go. And then next week sounds like a very nice calm week. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful sail on the beam at this point. Check it out. All right, folks, so welcome back to Pipe Cay. On this time in Pipe Cay, we're in the exact same spot. So it was meant to be that we return. We really like the spot, get some things done here, figure out our trek north from here. Dennis is setting the bridle.
As usual.
There's a couple other boats in here, nice and quiet. There's one of those mega yachts with their silly slides and sea-doos that are at a distance, so that's nice. So it looks like a nice mellow spot to be. There's a couple of spots in the Exuma Land and Sea Park that I really want to hit on the way up. One is the Emerald Rock Wardrick Wells area, and the other is the Shroud Key area. We didn't stop there on the way down. It was really crowded, very popular spots. So we're going to check it out on the way up and then figure out our track over the next month or so. One of Walter's favorite exploring places. To my left was one of his favorite beaches, and to my right was another one of his favorite beaches. So, all right, we had a really fun sail here. We were like 8+ knots the whole way, 15 to 20 knots of wind. It was really fun. So excited, because now that we're in this direction, we seem to be getting some much better sailing, which is what I heard. Time to go open some hatches. See you later. Thanks everyone for watching. Please be sure, if you haven't already, to click like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Come join us for our next stop in the Exuma Land and Sea Park.